Many politicians and advocacy groups in Canada would have you believe that sex ed curriculum is full of dangerous images and pornographic content, poisoning the minds of today's youth and turning them trans. But the reality is a lot different. This is Xtra Explains Inclusive Sex Ed. We all remember sex ed class. For many of us of a certain age, it was an underqualified gym teacher slapping a condom on a banana, warning us about the consequences of unplanned pregnancy, and teaching consent with a firm no means no. But sex ed curriculum in Canada is under a new spotlight, as politicians like Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe have introduced policies to restrict queer and trans inclusive content. And so-called parental rights groups are spreading images online and through the mail full of graphic imagery and crying grooming and the over-sexualization of young people. This is manifested in opposition to comprehensive sexuality education, or CSE, and sexual orientation and gender identity, or SOGI curriculum. But what Canadian schools actually teach kids when it comes to queer and trans inclusive sex ed is a vital tool not only in understanding themselves, but the world around them. Research shows that comprehensive sexuality education does not increase sexual activity, sexual risk-taking behavior, or STI rates. In fact, this sort of education leads to improved knowledge and more positive attitudes around sexuality. It's not about grooming kids to be vulnerable to predators. In fact, this education can actually protect kids from being taken advantage of. These programs teach everything from the basics of gender identity to safe sex practices in all sorts of genders and relationships. Sometimes there's 2 bananas, or none, or some other combination of fruit. And it's important for a young person to learn how to be safe in all of those relationships. Exposing kids to fact-based knowledge around gender identity and sexual orientation can help them better understand their identities and relationships and build in them the same sort of strong tools of consent, safety, and health that we've always gotten around heterosexual relationships and cisgender identities. For more explainers on everything you need to know about trans youth, head to xtramagazine.com.